USC hosting Stanford, and USC are 29.5 point favorites. The over-under is at 69.5 points. Stanford is plus 2,200 on the money line, and USC are minus 10,000. Now, use a site like VegasInsider.com. It'll allow you to compare all the casinos' pricings in one place, so you get the most advantageous line depending upon which side of this game that you want to bet. And the difference with some of these games, the difference between a half and a full point is the difference between a win and a loss, and some sports books will give you better odds. Now, this is great when we get teams that have played each other a ton, especially hated division rivals. Now, head-to-head, the home team is 7-3. These teams are 5-5 against each other in their last 10 meetings. The favorite is 6-4 against the spread, and the favorite is 7-3 on the money line. The over has hit in their last 3 games. The over is 7-3 in their last 10. And the under 69 points was 8-2. Now, understandably, that the favorite wins a lot of these games. However, no one in their last 10 meetings have been 29.5 point favorites. And no game in any of their last 10 games that they've played against each other have been decided by that amount of points. The last game that they played last year, USC won 41-28. So they won the game by 13. The game before that, Stanford won 42-28, winning by 14 as an 18-point underdog. The game before that, USC won by 25, 45-20, and they were 3.5 point favorites. The game before that, Stanford won 17-3 as 4.5 point home favorites. The home team has won they're 2-2 in the last 4 meetings. Now, this is just more so, which side of this game do you trust? I understand there's a lot of hype around Caleb Williams being the number 1 overall pick, and he's supposed to be the guy, and he's supposed to be the generational talent. This is not a game that they need to sleep on, and this is not a game that they need to overlook, because I guarantee you this would be a game that Stanford would look at as their Super Bowl or their national championship, if you want to consider it that. And USC gets penciled in, and they are going to bring everything that they possibly can when they play USC. Now, USC are 13-3 straight up in their last 16 games. The last 5 games that they've played have gone over, and they are 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 games when playing at home against Stanford. For Stanford, they're 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. And the same stat gets reversed. They are 8-3 against the spread when playing against USC on the road. The last game that Stanford played, they beat Hawaii 37-24, then lost to BYU by 9, losing to Cal by 7, losing to Utah, getting blown out by Utah by 35. USC beat Nevada 66-14, beat San Jose State 56-28. So I imagine that this is why they inflated the lines, because they figure that people are just going to hammer USC no matter what. I do think that USC wins this game, but I do not think that they're going to win this game by 30 points. Now, I could be entirely wrong. So I'll take USC with the money line. I'm going to take Stanford getting the points, and I'm going to go over because I do have a feeling that this will be one of those games where it might be a 45-30 kind of game, or, somewhere in that range where there's going to be a bunch of points scored. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.